Habra Fashion Square was an open-air regional mall in La Habra, California that opened in 1968 and closed in 1992. Were you a kid, teenager, adult, parent, or grandparent living in Southern California and would frequent those malls in your area? Were you a mall rat like me, where you spent your formative years people watching, socializing, or shopping at those iconic malls? Let's take a stroll down memory lane and relive those moments of yesteryears. So let's take a deep dive into the history of that mall in your neighborhood. Please leave a comment or a memory of this mall and stay tuned until the end. I want to see if you were paying attention to my video. Thanks. Between 1958 and 1968, Bullock's Realty Company, a subsidiary of Los Angeles-based Bullock's department stores, dedicated 4 open-air Bullock's Fashion Square malls in Southern California. Fashion squares were promoted as a new concept in community shopping. Stores sold fashion apparel, accessories, and home furnishings. Other specialty services were also provided. The malls were relatively small venues, usually within the 400,000 square foot range. Each mall contained between 17 and 40 stores, and each one would have been anchored by a 200,000 plus square foot Bullocks and a small junior anchor size I. Magnin or Joseph Magnin stores. The fourth and final of these SoCal centers was constructed in North Orange County in the city of La Habra. It was the last and largest of the Fashion Square malls that it built after Santa Ana, Sherman Oaks, and Del Amo. The site measured 40 acres with 565,618 square feet of retail space, of which large Bullock's store represented about half. This plot was located 21 miles southeast of downtown Los Angeles in suburban La Habra. Ground was broken in September of 1966. The $14 million complex formally dedicated on August 12, 1968, and housed 40 stores and services. The La Habra complex was to feature 2 full-fledged department stores, a 3-level 271,000 square foot Bullock's La Habra, and a 3-level 120,000 square foot Long Beach-based Buffums. There was also a 2-level 34,200 square foot Joseph Magnin. Other charter tenants included Silverwood's Menswear, Draper's Ladieswear, Judy's Ladieswear, and a B. Dalton bookseller. Bullock's Fashion Square in La Habra was also the only Bullock's built shopping hub to include a movie picture theater in its original incarnation. The American multi-cinema Fashion Square Theaters at La Habra made its debut on August 27, 1969. The Fashion Square had competition from 4 other malls within a 5-mile radius, including the Whitwood Center in Whittier, California, the La Mirada Center in La Mirada, California, the Puente Hills Mall in City of Industry, and the Brea Mall in Brea, California. La Habra's Fashion Square was doomed almost from the start. Its location had been selected to take advantage of 2 proposed freeways that would never be built. Likewise, the proliferation of the large, fully enclosed shopping centers in its trade area caused potential customers to shop elsewhere. I've driven through La Habra many times, and the area is mainly light industry in the suburbs. It wouldn't make sense to put an interstate highway in this area. The envisioned Imperial Highway, State Route 90, and Beach Boulevard, State Route 39, freeways were not built in time and thus never brought the expected traffic. The mall turned out to be disappointing and generally had disappointing sales performances as well. By the mid-1980s, the center was in a downward spiral that it never recovered from. Its rear parking area was often used as a drag strip by local car clubs and gangs. The antiquated and outpositioned venue was purchased by a joint venture of Irvine, California-based Hopkins Real Estate Group and La Habra Redevelopment Authority. In 1984, Joseph Magnin Company filed for bankruptcy and closed its stores. By 1987, at $27.8 million annual sales, it ranked second to last out of Orange County's 14 regional malls. In 1990, Buffum's closed their doors, and the building was demolished that May as part of the $3.5 million mall renovation. The plan was to redevelop the property at the west end of the Fashion Square Mall. Bullocks, the cinema, and 3 smaller outparcels were left standing. A new strip complex known as the Habra Marketplace was built in the western half of the old mall's rear parking area. The Bullock store closed in 1992. It was razed in the late 1990s and the strip mall buildings were constructed in the mall's place. Stores in the new strip center opened between December 1990 and April 1991. These included Service Merchandise, Ross Dress for Less, and Drug Emporium. Apparently, the new value-oriented shopping hub was no more successful than the upscale specialty mall it had replaced. By 1994, the 215,000 square foot center was 30% vacant and in foreclosure. San Diego's M&H Realty Partners acquired the La Habra Marketplace in June of 1994. They embarked on finishing the strip complex. The old Bullocks, which had closed in mid-1992, was still standing and had become a dilapidated eyesore. It was bulldozed in November of 1995. With Bullocks out of the way, it was possible to add an eastern section of stores to the existing plaza. New Oshman Supersports USA and Office Max locations soon opened for business. The old fourplex cinema had gone through a succession of owners before it was razed and replaced by the Regal La Habra Stadium 16 megaplex. This newly built venue showed its first features on April 22, 1999. The La Habra Marketplace has 375,000 square feet of gross leasable area. The San Jose-based DJM Capital Partners acquired the retail hub in May of 2004. Today, the La Habra Marketplace has stores and services such as the aforementioned Ross Dress for Less, plus LA Fitness, which is in the old Service Merchandise spot, and a Smart & Final Grocery, which is the same space originally leased as a Drug Emporium. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.